To make the presentation to our 7th inductee, we welcome 5-time British Open golf champion and official legend of Australian sport, Peter Thompson, accompanied by his granddaughter, Matilda Prendergast. You all right? Where's Matilda? Next inductee had his own sporting career cut short, but that didn't stop him helping others reach their potential. A true inspiration.
Jack Newton, OAM, is inducted as a member of the Sport Australia Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jack Newton. Come over for a chat, Jack. Yeah, no, you lost the toss. Well done, mate. Well done. I hope Jackie got rid of those flares and those green shirts you were wearing back in the days. They're gone.
What's wrong with green?
No, not a lot wrong with green.
Nothing wrong with green.
At all. No.
And the pants, I bought the material in Singapore on the way home and got a guy in Sydney to make them up. I thought they looked pretty good in those days.
The game's been your life, Jack, hasn't it? One way or the other, your entire life.
Oh, I had a crack at most sports, but golf, my grandfather said to me one day, he said, listen son, don't be good at most things and a master of nothing. Give the other stuff away and concentrate on your golf. And I played rugby all the way through high school and played a bit of soccer and played cricket, and like most Australian blokes do, and then I settled down in to play golf.
There are so many memorable moments in sport around the world, whether you're on the blocks for an Olympic Games swimming final, whether you're listening to a national anthem at a rugby league or an AFL grand final. What was the feeling the first time you stood on the first tee at Augusta?
It was running down my legs. And the weird...
I had a fear of that. We haven't even got to dessert yet, but anyway.
No, strangely enough, I'd been in a playoff with Watson, an 18-hole playoff for the British Open, a close Australian Open win. But the first tee at Augusta, for some reason, maybe it's the history of the game there, but I've seen blokes hit it over the scoreboard, which is 100 yards offline. So it was running down my legs. But I put it on the fairway, that was the main thing.
You did master it though, runner-up to Sevi a few years later?
Yeah, Sevi was a bit too good that week. I played with him in the last round, and he was well in front. In fact, after 9 holes on the final day, he was 9 in front. And by the time we stood on the 14th tee, he was 2 in front. And he taught me all the swear words in Spanish. Because he used to come and ask me to watch him hit balls on the practice fairway. And so, as I said, he was letting all the Spanish explicatives go nuts that day, because he hit it in the water 3 times on the back 9, and
unbelievable,
which was so un-Sevi-like the way he was playing, and he called me Yak, and every time I'd see him after that, he'd say, Yak, I'm very lucky to win Masters. Yeah. But he wasn't lucky, he was just good.
Yeah. Jack, after 83 and the accident, when was the Junior Golf Foundation born, and how did it come about?
Well, I started sponsoring some kids tournaments at Cessnock, where I was born, in the early days, and then when I had the accident, we launched the foundation actually in 1986 at the PGA at Concord, and yeah, it's sort of grown from there, but it's something I'm passionate about. And to be brutally honest with you, I'd much rather go to a kids tournament these days than a professional tournament. They are so inspiring, and I think with the equipment these days, the golf ball's going further by a long way. They've got properly weighted clubs now for young kids, whereas in my day I'd use my old man's clubs, which were too stiff and too heavy for me. But yeah, I'm very passionate about junior golf, and it's the future of the game, and I don't care what anyone says. It is the future of the game.
Can you spot a young talent and in your own mind believe that that person is going to be a future champion? Can you see that talent straight away?
Well, I started a tournament up in the Hunter that basically we played the same event last week, and we had 10 countries last week playing in the tournament. So some of the best kids from all around the place: South Africa, Asia, United States, Canada, New Zealand, and so on. And I saw Adam Scott come through. I saw Kari Webb come through, who I think is the best player we've had. She's won 7 majors. No one else has done that. No. I don't think she's got the recognition she deserves. And then along came a young kid called Jason Day. He was 16, and I thought, my God, this guy's a good player, and technically I would say he's the best junior I've seen. And I started spruiking to some of the journos, you know the story, Sandy, and they were going, Jason Day, who the bloody hell's Jason Day, you know? And I said, you wait, you'll soon find out. And I'm happy to say that he's now #1 in the world, and Adam Scott's about #5. So we're really punching way above our weight, I think, in the golf game. But unfortunately, in this country, we don't seem to get enough publicity, I think, for the game and how big it is now around the world. But there's something wrong in this country, and I think it's because we're not getting enough coverage in the media.
Well, if we just keep the Junior Golf Foundation going, it's, I think, what, 30 years this year?
Yeah, 86,
86, yeah. So it's a magnificent achievement. No doubt, just in closing, you would have had enormous support over that time to run something like that, particularly from Jackie and your family.
Oh, look, there's no way in the world you could do it all by yourself. In fact, there's quite a few people in this room tonight who have made the foundation, along with what I'd hoped to make it. And then we've been lucky enough to get a guy who made a lot of money out of a business, and he's tipped it back into, well, he asked me one day, could I give him a tax break? And I said,
by all means, come in.
If we run it through the Sports Commission, you'll get a tax break. No guarantees, nothing, but he's allowed us to develop the programs that we started off with. And I'm not into kissing blokes, but I could have kissed him when he offered me the deal.
Jack, congratulations. It's well deserved. Welcome to the Sport Australia Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
Jack Newton, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, congratulations, Jack.